Okay, Mike, Scunthorpe at Prenton Park at the weekend, and okay, still no fans there, but from your perspective, you want to put things right after the last home game.
Yes, definitely. I think I've seen some last week's performance away and the performance the other night. I've seen some really good signs that the team's starting to gel a little bit more as well with the attacking players that we just had available coming back. So that's been good. So I've seen some really positive signs, and the group will benefit from that result the other night, and obviously the performance from last week, where I thought we were dominant in our attacking play, the way we pressed the ball, the way we went about it, the chances we created, and obviously on another day with a good refereeing's decision, which should have been given the goal. It's a good away performance, but we'll build on that.
Yeah, because it can be frustrating at the start of the season, in particular, where you've got a run of games where you haven't been amongst the goals. Yeah, last weekend, good solid performance. Not only solid, but you created good chances, and with a bit of luck and a fair wind, you could have had 3 or 4 goals.
Yes, definitely. Like I just said then, I think that comes from having these attacking players available. I think it's the first time we've had the attacking players available for 1 week's training and 90 minutes of football playing together, and we've obviously got 2 out as well. So that's been a bit of a problem that we've had to try and solve as we've gone along. But we've had the availability of them guys now, which gives you an extra dynamic going forward, which your team needs to get you up the pitch. The players are starting now to see the patterns of the way we want to play, and it's a work in progress all the time. But them attacking players just coming in now has helped us.
Because no matter the talent of any players that you bring in, when you're trying to improve things and put together, the style and patterns of play that you want to see, it takes time for players to bed in and gel, no matter how good they are.
Yes, definitely. I think what you've got is the fitness levels as well. So if you've got a group that's been together all pre-season, you've played all the pre-season games, and it's a proper pre-season, then by now you're really up to speed. I think we're lacking on some 90 minutes in them attacking players, but we're working hard on trying to get them fit and keep them fit. But they are the talented boys, but like you said, they need time to gel, they need time to get playing. Like, you look at Varney and Liam Feeney and Woolery and obviously young Kieran in there. They've not had a chance to play with each other in them positions, and they need those. It takes time to get those connections. They want to knowing who's going to cross the ball in, where it's going to be crossed, what type of crosses to a certain type of player. But we've been working hard on them patterns this week, and obviously I was delighted with the performance on Tuesday, where we've had to change a shape and bodies, trying to protect and get these lads minutes for this week.
Yeah, is it slightly frustrating and maybe in some senses difficult to get the right sort of balance, because you want everybody as up to speed as soon as possible and get that mix and the players developing a more cohesive playing style and new players with the players that have been here for a while. But then they haven't had a proper pre-season, so you can't push them too hard, because then you pick up more soft tissue injuries and stuff.
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of that around, and you look at all the injuries that people are picking up. I think it's just part and parcel of it. You're trying to do your best to make sure that you look after these players, but obviously they need to get to a standard of fitness, which, like you said, if you had a proper pre-season, which a lot of people haven't had anyway. So we're not on our own. We're not trying to make excuses. We just want people to know that we're trying to work in the right direction with this group of players. But it takes time to get the fitness levels up to standard as well.
And in all of the games so far, apart from the Cheltenham one, really solid defensive look about the team. And that's not just about the goalkeeper and defenders. It's about the way the team play as a whole.
Yes, definitely. I was delighted with another clean sheet the other day. It's always a good base to work from, that you're not leaking goals. The Cheltenham game, we knew where we conceded from. That wasn't from open play or anyone cutting you open. That was people just switching off on a couple of set plays. So we've been happy with that. We're still looking to keep improving that. But the whole team works on that. I looked at the games back from Tuesday and Saturday in the pressing, and the amount of times we've turned the ball over in the opposition's halves high, 36 in one game, 35 in another. So that gets you closer to their goal when you're actually turning the ball over. So them lads ahead of the ball are working hard to press that ball as well. So that's good. That's the way we want to play. We want to be aggressive on that press at the right times. When it comes into that pack, everyone goes and everyone knows the job and they're aggressive about it. And then we can come out with the ball and go and attack. So we've been pleased with that, but that's something it's got to be a part of our identity, of that pressing the ball and winning it back in good areas.
And as far as Scunthorpe United are concerned, your thoughts on the type of opposition they'll provide? There's always been a real honesty about Scunthorpe, whoever the manager has been down the years.
Yes, I know the manager well. I know how he sets his teams up. He's a good guy himself. So again, it's another tough game in this league, which they all are. We're preparing for that now in the last couple of days. Obviously, we've had a game in midweek, but we've been looking towards this game from the start of this week anyway. So we're getting preparations for that going into there. But Scunthorpe will be a tough team. They've got some decent players in there. They've got a way of playing. And we've just got to make sure we build on these last two games now. Because I think this team now is starting to gel. And I've just got a feeling amongst myself and the staff and the players that it's ready to go. It's got a good feeling about it at the moment.
Yeah, because you do get the feeling that once the blue touch paper is lit, that this really could be lift-off for Tranmere, because there's a lot to be optimistic about.
Yes, definitely. Listen, we understand we're playing for a fantastic club with fantastic fans. Obviously, they're not in the building or in the ground with us at the moment. And we want to try and give them something back, with all the stuff that's happened recently. So we're working hard to do that. But we just got to make sure we keep the standards high, keep improving every day, and hoping that we get these fans back in to watch us and some performances like we've had over the last couple of days.
And the really successful teams and players, and Tranmere can be one of those this season and have been in recent seasons, is about when things don't really go your way and you haven't had an awful lot of luck so far this season, is you still carry on believing in what you're doing is the right way to go.
Yes, definitely. I think this club's had to do that a lot over the last couple of years when things go against you. And I think it's in them now, the fans and myself and the players that have been here already, and we're trying to instill that in the players that have come in. But I think they've got that in them already. They've had to go through tough times, but that's part of football. You've got to have that resilience to bounce back from defeats, and when the game's not going the way you want it to go, how are you going to react to that? How are you going to respond? Sometimes you won't be able to play all slick football and the other opposition's getting into you. Then you've got to adapt and react in the right way. So I think you're spot on. That resilience it goes a long way to get through a long season.